Every time I look into your eyes, I see fire in there. Fire. And if you look into my heart, you see desire in there.
Desire.
If love is a crime, then I'm willing to be wanted.
Are you willing to be wanted? Are you willing
Wanted
to
by
be
the police,
wanted?
wanted by the soldiers. Alright, guys, welcome to Love Angles on Click Niger Internet Radio. Hope you're having a fabulous Friday.
Yep.
Well, if you aren't, I am, and of course, my name is Jennifer Ogo.
I'm Nasir Idusa.
Yes, we are your love angels.
Yeah.
Well, on the program Love Angles, we like to examine issues that concern romantic relationships and how to make them work better, because we want you to have a happy life. Yeah.
So today our topic is: would you go to prison for your partner?
In other words, you go jail. Don't be jail.
You go jail.
You know, if you are in the US and the UK, it's called a prison.
Yeah, prison. Yeah.
The correctional center.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, is jail. Go jail.
For your partner.
No, like seriously, this is so real. So we really want people to join in the conversation and be realistic. When I actually proposed this topic, Nathan was laughing. And I think you are just so shady. Like you can't.
I have to think all kind of thinking.
Why do you think?
Go for it. I
do you know what love is?
Love, man. This love, man. All right. So when someone you love goes to jail, it can have a huge impact on your life. You have to grieve for the loss of the person in your day-to-day life, and as well deal with the extra struggles in his or her lives that brings to you.
So in addition, you could have struggles like he said. You have to learn to navigate the maze of visiting the person in jail. Though it could be quite tough, but you can learn to create a new life for yourself while your loved ones, is gone, for instance. Not gone as per dead, I mean gone to jail. So, well, let's see how, or maybe if this could work. Yes, so this is actually a conditional statement to making it work. So it basically depends on you. So you have to join in the conversation today as we ask the question: would you go to prison for your partner? You really need to think. We're not talking about someone you just met.
Your
probably
partner.
Your partner.
You committed a crime. You committed a crime.
You mustn't even commit a crime. No, I'm actually going to give a scenario.
Okay.
Excuse me. So I'm actually going to give a scenario where, you know how Nigeria security officers can be sometimes. Apologies to anyone listening out there. Some of them, not all of them. You are in a place, probably in an event or in a gathering, a social gathering. It could even be, in a garden, for instance, and you are with like a group of your friends. And amongst those friends, there is like a criminal there. Obviously, you don't know that. I don't think anybody will intentionally, if you call yourself a good person now, you want to get yourself involved with a friend that is a criminal. And a security man or the security operatives just, came and they just picked 5 of you up, or even 10 of you. And maybe amongst those 10 people, maybe 3 are the like core criminals. But because you're amongst them, they just picked up the 10 of you. And they said you who committed a crime when you're obviously innocent. And you come and you tell your partner that, oh, this is this, or this is that. I found myself in so joint and I was hanging out with Emeka or Sule or Nasir. And they picked all of us up. But I'm innocent, babe. Like, babe, I'm innocent for real. You know me, you know what I can do. I didn't commit this crime. And peradventure, that partner, probably have like a job. He needs to, maybe he just got a new job, or he was being offered a new scholarship, for a program. What would you do? Like, seriously, if you claim to love, not just claiming is, something you say.
If you really love
the person, like, what would you do? Now it goes to ask some questions. Now, should the relationship be conditional? When I mean conditional, I mean going into a relationship with someone and putting all the ifs, like, if you do this or do that, I won't do this. Like, those are conditions you give when you claim to love someone. When we make statements like,
it's like your freedom is going, you're taking off your freedom.
What's it here and this freedom? No, when we make statements like ride or die, when we say you're my love for life, when we make statements like I love you forever and a day, do you know what is actually forever? Like, do you know what's the true test of love? like I want to ask you that question, and I want you to examine, this question. Should the relationship be conditional? And also, what's the true test of love? These days we go into relationship now for vast reasons, but those days there are some people that you date them, you are married to them. See, come what may, even if you catch them on bed with someone else, you know that person belongs to you, because the relationship has gone through the true test of love. So this scenario is actually called the true test of love. Like, what's the true test of love? Should the relationship be conditional now?
Oh, well, okay. You want to hear me back?
Who else is in this studio? Who else am I asking?
First of all, when I saw this question, the first thing that came out to my head was, your freedom is gone for love. That's the first thing.
I don't understand. Your freedom is gone.
If I go to jail, I'm not a free person. It means
of course,
yes, you understand. It means I have cut my freedom for love, for the love of my life. Yes. Okay. Now, in the context you brought now, she was innocent, kind of innocent, and
she just found herself in that
other situation, and they raid everybody there, and the first thing is to go and lock them. Maybe let's say guard room before jail or something. So now in that situation, that kind of situation, now it's a guard room something. I say, okay, officer, release my wife.
He's not saying the truth. Honestly.
No, it's a situation I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a guard room something. It's not a jail something. It's a guard room something. At that situation, I'll say, okay, no problem. Babe, no, go and take care of the children. No, let me just enter the guard room. Do you understand? But if it's a jail context, you see this place, we have to think very well. You see this love. You have to think this love very well. At this context, man, I have to think. I say, wait, what crime did you commit before I'll enter that kind of situation? You have to ask. Sometimes this love, you have to use your brain.
You're officially kicked out from Love Angles.
No, this guy, I'm serious.
You are just counterfeiting everything
I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to use my brain here. Like,
what do you mean?
She's my love. You understand? No, I love her very well. But you commit crime. It depends on the crime. What did she commit?
Let's take our first comment.
Okay, now the comment.
Yes, Constant Nosa Olotu. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Constant.
Yeah, thank you very much.
He's saying that will be deceit. If you love the person, you should encourage him or her to stand by the truth.
You see, like, I won't deceive myself. This man, Constant is telling us that would be deceit. You have to encourage the person to stand by the truth.
What is happening to this generation? Like, seriously.
No, you can't deceive yourself. No, let's be realistic.
Okay, I don't see what Rochas was actually scared about. When the EFCC came for him.
It means your freedom is gone for love. That's what you are doing.
Yes, thank God you said for love, not for.
Yeah. If I decide to go to jail for love, I've cut my freedom. It depends on the number of years, maybe 10 years. We know that.
But Abba Kyari went to jail for money. Why can't you go to jail for love?
You say it's money. No problem. Money is different. Love. Love can be found any day.
I disagree with you.
It depends on the context.
I disagree with you. I don't like the impression you're trying to create.
No, I'm being
in this program.
I'm being myself. Kindness. No, I can't go to jail for love. No, I'm being myself. I can't go. I think my freedom, the flexing. I'm not gonna enter jail with hardened criminals. So I'm not staying with friends. I'm staying with maybe a kidnapper, a killer.
Oh my
These are the kind of people. I'm robbers.
Oh my goodness.
Then I'll come and enter there because my wife commits crime, my babe commits crime. Now it's not me that commit the crime.
What if she's innocent? Like, you don't even understand. What if she's innocent?
That's why I said I took it from the context of she's innocent. Now, okay, let's take it to she's innocent. No, the babe is innocent. Now so I'm trying to work on my head.
Okay, what was the reason? What was the reason you fell in love with her in the first place? Like,
before somebody, before you go to jail, sometimes innocent, like you say, she could be innocent, she didn't even commit the crime, but all type of allegation, and it happens that she has to be in that jail. You understand? Now, in this context, you now look at it that your wife can't do that kind of crime. But now, will your wife love you enough if I decide to say, okay, let me go to that jail for 10 years or 5 years, even though we know now the correctional centers have places like the conjugal room, you can visit, you can do everything you want to do. It looks like she's not away from you, but the presence of your your partner is very important. Do you understand? So if that presence is not there, how can you cope without being
that is now the issue that we now delve in. Like you now ask yourself, how do I cope when my partner is away? Remember, it might not be a life sentence. If it's a life sentence, I say go to prison. Going to prison could be for a month, it could be for a year. My own question now is, what is the true test of love then? Because you claim to love me, but when the chips are down, you're away. Like seriously, it means I could actually swindle and do whatever I want with anybody, because I don't even trust you enough to have my back when things are down. I'm not arguing blindly here. My point of argument is the fact that you're trying to say, no, you love this person, but it's not, love is not just for the word of mouth. It's something you act the love. You just don't say it.
Okay, let me ask
you don't even, for example, like okay, that's in marriage now. For example, you are with someone that probably has like a long-term ailment, for instance. It was on social media, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I saw two visually impaired people getting married. There are people that get married to visually. This popular actress, I can't remember, she's based in the US. She got married to someone who is physically challenged. These are what is called true tests of love. Like, what can you even say that you've done for your partner? I love you. Is it because he or she is fine? What if yes, that's what this could be a scenario. What if your partner is on a journey and he or she has an accident? God forbid, nobody, but he has an accident and he lost an arm, or she lost a leg or something, or her body got burned. Like, these are issues of life that we cannot just, sometimes are just there. Like, it comes, if it hits your table, fine. So are you trying to tell me that like in a relationship there shouldn't be a true test of love? My question is, what is now the true test of love? Because this is a situation of which, if you go to the courtroom, for instance, I mean, I come to you now as my partner and saying, hey babe, please, can you help me call a lawyer? I got picked up with so group of people. I don't know what happened. We are in so place, maybe one barracks like that, and they are telling me that I did something, I didn't do it. What would be your first response? To start thinking otherwise? You won't actually trust the fact that your partner is a good person. Your partner is not capable of stealing. Your partner is not capable of committing a crime. What I'm saying is your attitude towards a problem. You understand? Your attitude towards the problem. So what should now be the true test of love? You are saying a girl should put up with you when you don't have money, or when like it's not all rosy for you financially, but when she's all down there, probably being accused of something that she's not guilty of.
Okay, she committed a crime. Let's not put the fact that.
Why will you be with someone that commits a crime?
Do you understand? No, it might not be consciously, it might be consciously, but some crimes can just come like self-defense, and they turn it to allegation and everything. Do you understand? So it depends on the context it comes from. Do you understand? Like I said, if that kind of thing happens to any of me, like me, I'll think first. That it depends on how it comes from. So I wanted to ask a question before I forgot. Then, if it's the other way around now, it's your man that commits the crime or was accused of something, can you do that for your man? Can you go to jail for your man?
That's what I'm saying. If it depends, like I said, if I put like what Constant actually said, Mr. Constant, he's actually being realistic. He said that should be the state. If you love the person, you should encourage him or her to stand by the truth. Standing by the truth is paying for what you've done. But that's what I'm saying. It depends. They say love your neighbor as yourself, no more than yourself. If you committed a crime, you will definitely serve your jail term. Or if you are innocent, for instance, and I know that it's not something that you can do, and probably I know that your future is so bright ahead of you, I could sit in for you for a period of time. If it's a life imprisonment, I won't go to jail for you for a life imprisonment. But if it's something that, okay, I have all the time in the world, probably you have, maybe they've given you a job now in United Nations, or you are a secretary general to the American state government, and your tenure is for 4 years, and you've been accused of something in Nigeria and you have to serve for 2 years. As long as you've made me a promise that you will not marry someone else, or you will not be with someone else, I could stay for you. So it has to be
one. As long as you promise me.
Yes, of course, that's what I'm saying. So
we human beings fall to temptation
But what's the difference between waiting for the person when the person finish their sentence and someone in a long distance relationship? If you can be with someone in a long distance relationship for 5 years without let's say
hello,
if you can be with someone in a long distance relationship.
I know the hide that, as in I don't believe in long distance relationship. Though people say it works for them, you understand, it's fine. Now the difference between a long distance relationship and someone who is going to jail is simple. It's very simple. Someone in a long distance relationship still have his freedom. You die in the jail. Oh, there's no freedom.
But you can go and visit the person once in a while.
The person can go and the partner now passing through just like it's passing through the application.
What are you passing through?
The application on somebody's on behalf. That's what it's passing through. It's as simple as rehabilitation is on somebody's behalf. Like, not you commit a move, but you go there because of love. So you are passing through the punishment and be rehabilitation, because this is what they tell you, are rehabilitating criminals.
You know, okay, did you do this in primary school? I think it's particularly common with children.
Yeah.
Where probably in primary school you had a crush, or there was this girl that you were so in love with. Maybe you were classmates from primary 1, 2, 3, or maybe maybe from primary 4, 5, maybe primary 4 and 5, and you really like this girl, and the teacher comes, and the teacher comes and wants to punish that guy, saying no, I'll set a punishment for her. I know, guys, that this is a clear example, just like this. So the difference is you are that those facing it.
Yeah,
but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I get your point.
This is a typical example. Yeah.
Okay, so like we're talking about the difference between the distance relationship and that will you go to jail for someone? I think distance relationship is still better for me, but then I still don't like. I don't
see any difference.
From your point.
I don't. First of all, I'm also with you. Yeah. I'm not a fan of long distance relationship. In fact, I don't believe in it, because I just believe that two people deceiving themselves. Because except your foundation is very strong. Your foundation strong. Has to be like deeply rooted for you both to stand and say, okay, I'm pouring out all my commitment, my loyalty to this person. Come with me. So for people that can do long distance relationship, there are people that have not seen their partners for like 5-10 years because of Nigeria financial wahala. They are abroad, their partner is there hustling, they are here, but they go through. So what's now the difference?
Yeah, some of them, let them not spoil me. I'm not spoiling anybody's market too. But sometimes when some people go out to say, okay, they are Japan Nigerian slangs, you understand, we Japan to the foreign land. After a while, we'll bring our family. But sometimes when they get there, some of them forget that they are family.
That's because the foundation, their foundation is not.
The guy will now leave his family in this prison here and go to that side and enjoy himself. So it depends on how people see these things or how people hold it. So that's why.
If a long distance relationship doesn't work for you, that's not what we are talking about today. I think we've spent quite a number of time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for Constant Nosa Olotu, thank you so much for making your comment.
Yeah.
And for all of those who are watching and are just saying this people don't know what they're talking about, make your comment and let us know if it is a yes or no. Like, would you go to prison for your partner? You know that I started by singing that Faces song because
your inner self, because
seriously, that's why I said I could. It depends on the situation surrounding.
Yeah.
I would go not.
Because me, I had to search myself, and I told
I'm not someone that coerces. I'm not somebody that coerces during challenges. I'm actually a fighter. When I mean fighter, I don't mean physical fighting. Like, my mind is, if I'm into something, if I want to achieve something, like I could go the extra. Yeah, I go all out to achieve it. Yeah. That's one of my greatest strengths. I could maybe falter one way or another, like maybe sulk or get tired, but I never give up. I keep pushing as long as I know that my goal is there, and I know it's like it's gonna blossom. Well, we don't want to. I don't know if you have any other thing to say.
You've said it all.
Thank you so much for watching. If you're here to make your comments, please do in the comment box. Love Arrows comes your way every Friday on Click Naija Internet Radio. We like to be controversial in discussions that we bring to you, like factual, realistic discussions. And if you don't join in,
you're missing out. Always join us. Please put your comments, make your comment be full, and add ginger to the program. You understand what I'm saying?
By the way, we are always fighting. But that doesn't mean any of us. That doesn't mean that any of us could be right or wrong.
Yeah, we're always having
Yeah, basically you're entitled to whatever you think, but we like to set rules straight
Yep.
to make sure that your relationship is okay. So many thanks for watching. Sincerely appreciate you.
Yep.
Join us next week for another edition. My name is Jennifer Obo.
My name is Nasir Yunusa, aka Nas. Stay safe and bye.
Yeah, aka Nas. Bye bye.
Bye.